This video explains how to get the size of a data frame using the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. In this video I will show you several examples, and all of these examples are based on the data frame that we can create with lines 2 to 4 of the code. So after running these lines of code, a new data set is appearing at the top right, which is called data. And we can print this data frame to the bottom in the RStudio console by running line 5 of the code. And then you can see at the bottom that we have created a new data frame containing multiple rows and multiple columns. Now let's assume that we want to return the number of rows of this data frame. Then we can apply the nrow function, as you can see in line 7 of the code. And within the nrow function, we simply need to specify the name of our data frame. So in this case, our data frame is called data. So after running line 7 of the code, you can see that the value 6 is returned at the bottom in the RStudio console. And this means that our data frame contains 6 rows. We can also return the number of columns of our data set using the ncol function, as you can see in line 9 of the code. So after running this line of code, another value is returned at the bottom in the RStudio console. This value is the value 3, and this tells us that our data frame contains 3 columns. Alternatively to the ncol function, we can also use the length function, as you can see in line 11 of the code. So after running this line of code, the value 3 is returned once again. So if you want to use the ncol function or the length function to return the number of columns of a data set is a matter of taste. Finally, I want to show you how to return the number of rows and columns with only one function. And this function is the dim function that you can see in line 13 of the code. So after running this line of code, 2 values are returned. And what we now have to know is that the first value that is returned by the dim function is showing the number of rows of our data set. So we already know that our data set contains 6 rows. And the second value that is returned by the dim function is the value 3. And this is the number of columns in our data set. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.